Hello, my name is Stephen Bernal, and today we're going to be doing Dutch oven cooking. Dutch oven cooking really took off during the pioneering days of the United States. It's great for serving large groups of people, but it's also great for serving smaller groups. This Dutch oven here can serve about 8 to 10 people with a stew, which we're going to be preparing later. It's pretty much just a big pot with a lid on it. The pot can be used as an open kettle, or it can be used as a closed kettle. It can be used as an oven, or you can take the lid, flip it on upside down on top of coals, and use it as a griddle. To keep you from burning yourself, we have this special tool right here that, when you put it under the lid, helps you lift the lid without burning yourself. This lid gets very hot, so you don't want to be grabbing onto that with your bare hands or with gloves. Today we're going to be cooking with charcoal. Pretty much easiest thing to do is just take some lighter fluid, put it on the charcoal, which I've already done, then light it on fire. Okay, the meat today that we're going to be using is lean stew meat. It can be found at any store, anywhere in the grocery store. We're also using broth, beef broth. We're using about 6 cups. Today for our vegetables, we're using onion, potatoes, carrots, and celery. We're using approximately 2 stalks celery, 4 carrots, 6 potatoes, and a large Vidalia onion, just to give it a nice sweet flavor. You're going to want to cut your vegetables up into larger chunks, about a ½ inch thick, so they cook slower. The way a stew works is it cooks slowly, so you need the vegetables to cook along with the stew, and the thicker you cut the vegetables, the longer it takes to cook the stew. Then we have our carrots. You're going to want to get rid of both ends of the carrot. And then chop them up into nice thick pieces. And then we have our celery. You're going to want to get rid of both ends of the celery. And then chop those into nice thick pieces also. Our coals are nice and hot now, so what we're going to do is we're going to take them and we're going to put them onto the pan that we made for the Dutch oven. Normally you cook right on the ground, but we don't want to burn our concrete, so we're going to put these on the pan. We're going to put about 10 coals on the bottom for the Dutch oven, and then we're going to take the Dutch oven and place it right on top to start heating it up. Okay, you're going to want to add your stew meat once your Dutch oven is hot here, and then you're going to want to brown it on all sides. You're going to want to add your pepper right away so the flavor absorbs into the meat better. It's really hot, so you're going to want to keep everything moving around good so it doesn't burn on the pan. The coals are starting to cool off a little bit, so what we should do is have a thick leather glove so we can pick up the handle, and then we're going to add on a couple more coals just to keep it nice and hot. Now the meat is starting to brown up, so it's almost time to add our beef broth in. Now that all the meat is browned up, we're going to slowly add in our beef broth that we prepared earlier. You can either buy it from the store, or you can buy like a mix, like a packet for the beef broth. You're going to add that in right away, and then you're also going to add in all your vegetables. Now that all the vegetables are added, we're going to take the lid and we're going to put it right on top and let it simmer until the vegetables boil down a little bit. And you're going to tell when they're done or starting to get done when they start becoming soft. Okay, now after a few minutes of cooking, the vegetables aren't quite covered up all the way with liquid, so I'm going to add in a little more water just to help them cook a little better. After letting this cook for about 5 minutes, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take coals and we're going to put them on top of the Dutch oven. We're going to put about 6 coals right on top, 6 to 8 coals right on top, because the way a Dutch oven works is it cooks from both the top and the bottom. Now that we have this all situated, we're going to start on the cobbler that we're making for dessert.